Well, thrilled we were able to win today and really bounce back and get a home sweep. I really think our team is improving. I noticed it on the mountain trip, even though we weren't able to win either game. We had some really great moments in both games. And I think if you watch us practice and watch this group of guys prepare right now, they're doing a great job. We have strong leadership, and we've never really dissolved within our own locker room. We've stayed with it, and obviously getting Brandon Williams back, you know, even though he had a smaller role tonight, you can just sense it's a shot in the arm and gives us some much-needed depth and equally some much-needed firepower. And we're a different team with him for sure, even in the role he played tonight. But it was a good win, and glad to see these guys get a couple minutes this first outing, and then, you know, gauging how he reacts to that based on just talking to him after the game. I think he's in a good place, and we've been very, very patient and working alongside the right people, the doctors, and whatever they say goes. And you know, Brandon is a very compliant person right now because he wants to play.
The guy who missed it the most was Brandon Randolph because of, you know, he was in the slump or whatever. Now he came back, he had a good game today. Would you agree?
I think all of our guys missed Brandon because, you know, the style that Brandon Williams plays is one that he's a playmaker. So he gets fouled. He finds you for open shots. In transition, you know, he can both score and make the pass. And then obviously, you know, he could be a double-figure scorer for us. So the other part you feel, especially me, is just, you know, you can really wear down through a 40-minute game. And in the Pac-12, when you're playing 2 games in 3 days and these trips, you know, it's nice to have depth. It's nice to have quality depth so that when you sub, there's not a drop-off. And we're a deeper team all the way around with Brandon. So, you know, knock on wood, hopefully, you know, for his sake and for our sake, that we can keep growing him, building him, so that at some point, not only is he back, but he returns to the role that he had before he left.
How would you describe Ira's play tonight?
You know, Ira he was inspiring. You know, he was ready to play the game. Ira is one of our hardest workers, practices really hard the entire season. I don't know if there's been a day that I can point to where I would accuse him of not being ready or lackadaisical. He's getting smarter on the court, playing him some with Chase. He's much more comfortable now than he used to be. And really the combination of Chase and Ira could have been the difference in the game. I mean, those guys were 13 for 17 from the field for 30 points. It's a lot of production from those two players.
When it comes to that knowledge and the smart play, is there an example from tonight's game that you can pinpoint that says this is Ira growing in knowledge?
Yep, I think on offense he was in the right spot. You know, he knows how to use the offense to catch the ball, and you know, setting great screens, rolling, you know, getting good position inside, holding his position. If you think about how he scored tonight, you know, we got him the ball inside a lot, and he has a better feel for how that works now than maybe he would have 2 months ago.
Have you ever coached or played with anybody that dunks with as much excitement that he does?
Yes. Now, he has to run back on defense. Like, you know, if you're kind of saying well, he celebrates every made field goal or every dunk, I would say nobody has ever celebrated every made field goal more than Ira. That's a point between him and I. I mean, we want him to be enthusiastic, but you know, you have to expect to make the jump hook and run back. But I think all of us, teammates, his teammates included, appreciate his smile, appreciate his enthusiasm, his love for the game. He wants to do well, he wants to win, and it's nice to see him be rewarded for his work.
Coach Miller, this gives Arizona 19 straight wins against Stanford. What have you done to keep your team consistent over the years against this particular opponent?
You know, like any streak, there's always those moments where you just roll your eyes, whether it's the streak's against you or for you. You know, a long time ago, Momo Jones banked in a shot from like 19 feet that almost began the streak. I think that was game 2. We've had single possession games, especially at Stanford, where the ball could have bounced either way, they miss, they make, we miss, we make. But for whatever reason, you know, we've been in those positions and we've come through, or we've caught in a few lucky breaks. And, you know, I think for the most part, we've been a good team. So, you know, we've had a lot of success now, not 19 in a row, but considering those two factors. But you know, it's like I said before the game, the other 17, they don't help you win game 18. You got to do it all over again. And but I was glad that we were able to win tonight's game. It was an important game for us as we hit our stretch run.
Could you talk real quickly about the importance of getting out of that last play last year, the last bottom of the Pac-12, where you need to play, get ready for the Pac-12 tournament, if that makes any sense?
Well, I don't even know. I mean, I think we're pretty locked in that we're going to be one of the teams who play on Wednesday, right? And, you know, we can't control that. But what we definitely can control is to be that team that other group that's playing us doesn't want to play. And how we're playing this week and next week will go a long way towards establishing that. You know, college basketball is about the finish. And I hope we can be healthy and maybe be playing our best as we approach the finish.
What's your, do you have any guess as far as Brandon? I mean, you said it's progression, obviously. I mean, getting him back to maybe at that level, I mean, by the Pac-12 tournament or possibly before? Or
You know, hopefully before, but, you know, a lot of it is just how he reacts to something he hasn't done in a long time. So I think tomorrow's an important day, that he doesn't experience pain. If he does, we will shut him down immediately. But if he doesn't, then we'll slowly, very slowly ramp him up and put him in a position on Thursday to maybe have a slightly bigger role than he had tonight.
Can you talk real quick about Chase? Kind of a steady game, 7 for 10, just being Chase.
Yeah, Chase, the injury that he had against Oregon State, and I would say he pretty much missed that game. And then, you know, we shut him down. He missed the L.A. trip. And we really didn't bring him back in practice and played him 30 minutes against Arizona State. And I really think he went through about a 10-day period of time where he did the best he could, but his timing was off. That's why practice is important. But I started to regain it, I think, on our last road trip. And this week, I think he's almost returned back to form. And, you know, he can score over both shoulders. He went through a couple-week period of time where he would only turn over one shoulder. And, you know, tonight you looked at him and he could do both. Chase has great hands, and you know, the more that he plays, I think the more confident that he'll get. You forget Chase is older, but this is really his first full year of college basketball.
he did foul out. They had some fouls, but overall you kept those guys off the line a lot more than up there. What was the key there, especially up top?
We really tried to pack it in against them. You know, they rely a lot on the two-point field goal. They get fouled a lot. It's a kind of a relentless driving team. And then Sharma's improvement, you know, in his field goal percentage, he's shooting close to the basket. When Stanford's at their best, they just kill you inside, get to the foul line a lot. So that was our game plan, and for the most part, I thought we did a good job.
Arizona's bench outscored Stanford 23-3. Going into tournament play, how pivotal is depth for you guys going into this final stretch of the season?
I mean, right, we're not at the tournament yet, you know, so I think, for example, this week at Oregon State and at Oregon, it's really important. Playing 2 games in 3 days, playing on the road, late February. It's kind of what I said at the beginning, just being able to add a quality player that's been out for a while. It's a real shot in the arm for us, and part of why you saw the bench do as well is we're one player deeper. You know, we played 9 tonight, and the quality of our bench is better. And, you know, Brandon Williams has a lot to do with that.
Anything else?
Well, Brandon Randolph, you mentioned Brandon Williams obviously helping him like other guys, but is anything different going on with him? Do you think he's maybe turning the corner?
Yeah, I mean, confidence is big for all these guys. I mean, Brandon lost his confidence, but, you know, tonight, 2 for 3 from 3. I mean, I almost sensed he was relieved. You know, it's just he's been in a rut, but. You know, the playmaking of Brandon Williams helps Brandon a little bit. It's just another ball handler out there that can pass to ball to him and make the one more pass, find him. But I thought Brandon had a couple strong drives, too, that, he made and then a couple others that he missed, but played a good game tonight. He also defensively, he took 3 charges. He's one of many guys that kept them off the foul line.